Hi guys, it's Susan. Today's video is going to be on the Cricut Joy. It's sort of a review, first impression, but it's mainly going to be about the Cricut design space versus the Silhouette Studio. I do have I've been using the Cameo 4. I did get the Cricut Joy just because I like how small it is. And it's portable, so I can bring with me if I need go anywhere. So I did. Look how small it is next to my laptop versus the Cameo takes over the whole table. So that's why I got this. I only did one project with this so far, so this video is mainly going to be on navigating through the Cricut design space. So I had the Cricut a long time ago when it first came out, where you need the cartridge. So I already had an account. Luckily I was able to get it back. Not much. I totally forgot what was in how to use this, so it was still new for me. So when I first opened it up, it came to this page. I was so confused because I'm used to Silhouette Studio, where once you open a page, it goes straight to your workspace. So I was used to this. So when I opened the design space and I went here, it kind of threw me off. I felt like I was in Canva, the website. I was not a fan of it because every time I found something cute in Canva, it's always something you have to buy. It's never free. Same thing with Cricut. Like here, you have to pay. And you have to pay a subscription. I don't know what the subscription is for, but yeah, so I automatically was not a fan of that. After looking around, I realized the new project was up here, which again kind of reminded me of Canva. Okay, so this kind of looks similar to the Silhouette Studio. So I was making a name as my first project, something simple. So let's try that. All right, let's use my name. Okay, and then we want to change the font. And then look, this is nice. But again, this is Cricut, so obviously the ones that are nice, you have to pay. I like how it shows you how each font would look like. But again, those are all the ones you have to pay, and these are Cricut fonts. So you use your own font, you go up to System, and then here's all the fonts that are my font from my computer. And of course, it doesn't do the cool thing that Cricut does, where it shows how your name looks. So you would have to keep clicking on each one and then have it change on here, which takes forever to change. Okay, what just happened? So anyways, okay, so notice how the name is here. So pretend we already want to do that. Okay, so we click on make, which I don't know why we need to save the project. Why can't I just cut it and then afterwards, if everything's fine, I don't need to save it? Why do I need to save it now? But okay, I'm just not gonna save this for now. Okay, so we click on make. Okay, remember how the previous page, the name was right in the middle? Now it's off in the corner. Let me go back to the previous page. See, name's right here, which also this page is your workspace. Why is it not the exact size? Like, even shows what machine I'm using, the Joy. It automatically should know that the mat is 5.5. Why are they giving me the whole space? Isn't this supposed to be our workspace? So Anyways, so back to make. It goes directly to the corner, which, okay, so my issues with this is that what if you're trying to do a test cut? So you have a new vinyl, which most of us buy our vinyls off brand. So let me see. Where is continue? Okay. Oh, okay. So while that's connecting, this machine, there's no power button. There's no button at all. Like it just looks like this. This is just a light. It's not a button. So here's how it looks. Here's the back. Literally no button on this machine. Like you can't control how to move this. There's no on, off, anything. You just plug it in and it turns on and it's connected to Bluetooth. Okay, so I'm not a fan of that because I like to move this sometimes. Okay, so it got connected. So here are your materials. These are my bookmarked ones. So once I create my own material, then you have to bookmark it, and then it just it's easy to find under bookmarked. But let's browse all the materials. Okay, I don't know why I have a hard time searching up materials. So I had a matte vinyl, permanent matte vinyl. So I searched up matte. This one was my own, my made one. Let me see something. How do you click it? Hello? Do I get out of it? No? What? So I'm used to Silhouette Studio where we have our blade, our force, our speed, yada yada yada. So, okay, this is driving me crazy. Where is all the details? Oh. Okay. It does not show it. Okay, I guess I gotta go more details. Oops, sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna click a random one. And then you go to material settings. Okay, so here's all the cut pressures. I don't understand what these words, the numbers are. Like, so when you first start off trying to make your own settings for your own vinyl, you have to play a lot with the cut pressure because I kept cutting through my backing a couple of times when I first did my first cut. Okay, so get out of that. And then to edit it, okay, so you can do more or less, but it still didn't make a big difference. You actually have to, I wish there's like an edit button here, like it would make it so much easier. But nope, you have to go through browse materials, find my material. Why can't it just be like Silhouette Studio? Just have it all the way on the top or have it all the way on the bottom? Like, why do I have to? I guess it's alphabetical, so it's right in the middle. So you have to go to whatever you were trying to edit. So the new one, I guess. And then, oh my goodness. Okay, so even here, there's no edit. You have to go to material settings. Okay, and then from here, you have to look for your, like it doesn't say my material anymore. You have to look for it. So this was one I made, and then here's another one I made. So you have to remember what you named it as, and then you can edit it. And then you would play around with the I totally blanking what this was called. But that's where you have to keep changing it and finding out what the pressure is, blah, blah, blah. And you have to save it and then test cut it, play with it again, find this and then play with it again. I'd rather it just be like Silhouette Studio where it's just like right there for you already. Whatever you're using, it's right there and easy to edit. It's like right here. So if you do a new one, okay, let's add a new material. I'll just keep it as new. Like it just stays there, and then you just change your force speed and blade, and then you don't have to keep going back to it. It just stays on that material, and this is so easy to get back here and change versus this one where you have to jump through so many hoops to get back to editing it. And then okay, okay, and another thing is you can do one project at a time. It keeps, so after I finish cutting one, so it'll have, let me see, do I want to, yes, cancel again. Okay, so if I have like a box for like my weeding box, again, why is everything in black? Why can't it be what's the word I'm trying to see? Why can't it be transparent like these? So I can see my cut line and I know whether I need to yield it or do something with it. If it's already black, I assume everything is good and I would automatically cut it. Oops. Like, I don't mind doing the work to change it black to see how it looks at the end, but when it automatically looks like it's finished, I assume it's finished. And then this one turns black too, so again, with the more work to change it to white. And you have to put it to the back. Bring it, send it to the back. Okay, now I can bring my name over. Okay, there we go. So that's my weeding box, name, blah, blah, blah. Okay, make. Again, now where's my name? Oh, wait, it's in, they separate into two. So first they're gonna cut your box and then it's gonna unload and then you have to reload it and then you have to cut the name. Loading and reloading, if you have to do it all the time, it's gonna take a lot of time. And then you change it on matte with or without matte. So the thing I don't like about having it in a corner like this all the time is, what if you using scrap vinyls? It's gonna be everywhere. So how do you can navigate it here, but how do you know where your piece is? Like, it makes more sense for it to be here and have it transfer to the next page. So like if I were to do a test, okay, I'm gonna get rid of these. If I were to do a test cut, I would do it here, okay? And then after I do it here, I would usually copy and paste, put it next to it, delete this. That way it'll cut this one next, you know? Like you save room. But then you do it that, and then you come here, it's back to the corner. I wonder, can you delete from here? Okay, you can't even delete from here. Like, my original plan that I just thought of right now was, what if you had it like that, right? And then you go to make, and then it already cut this one, so we delete that one. But it won't delete. You can't even move it off of the mat. I don't understand this Cricut design space. So test cutting is going to be really annoying, trying to find out where your next cut will be so you're not cutting on your previous cuts. Overall, I'm just not a fan of Cricut Design Space. I love using Silhouette Studio. Like, there should be a way. I need to stop making this so big. It defaulted to not this big. My projects are really, the name is really that big. But look at that. Okay, so it's in the middle of the page. Click send. Bam, it's in the middle of the page. Like, that makes sense. And then you want a welding box. Everything's right there. Like, if anything, we just changed the color instead of having it totally. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal having it separate, but it just gets more confusing. I like seeing everything together versus seeing everything separate. But then again, it did its job. It cut out the vinyl. Finally got the right settings for my vinyls. It did cut. I like how small it is. I like that it's quiet. I like that you can use it matless, and I can use any vinyls. I did buy a foil pen because I did wanted to try that. Let's see how that goes. But other than that, I am not a fan of this system. But I'm gonna keep it just because it does work, and I did want something small. It's small, but it sure is heavy. Like, I cannot lift it with one hand. Okay, I probably might be able. Okay, I'm not left-handed, so this is a bit hard. But this is definitely heavier than it looks. And then what it comes with is just a cardstock mat. So it's sticky right here, and then it opens up like this so that you can stick your card, fold it, and then the top part is gonna stick on here. So there's a card one, and then here is a normal mat. This is pretty small, so I guess I'll use my 12 by 12 and cut it down and then make my own mat. But right now this works for what I need it for, so I don't need to cut it yet. But that's what it comes with. It's supposed to come with a test vinyl, smart vinyl, but I bought this secondhand, so they already used the vinyl. Yeah, if you have any questions, leave me a comment down below. Thanks. Bye.